Bangladesh heads into a landmark election on February 12, 2026, its first since the dramatic fall of Sheikh Hasina's government in 2024. With the long-dominant Awami League banned from contesting, the political battlefield has been completely reshaped. So who are the key players now fighting for control of the country's future? At the front is the Bangladesh Nationalist Party or BNP, led by Tarique Rahman, son of former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia. Once pushed into political exile, Rahman returned to Dhaka late last year and has quickly revived the party's grassroots machinery. The BNP positions itself as a centre-right nationalist force promising infrastructure development, economic recovery and inclusive governance. With strong public rallies and growing momentum, many analysts see the BNP as the front-runner in this election.
If we are in the government, we need to provide jobs for the young people. We need to provide, bring businesses in the country so that jobs can be created, people can have a better life. We need to provide medical service for our people. We need to rebuild the education system for our people. There are many challenges. And to fight these challenges, of course, in this world, a single country cannot fight it. They need friends, of course, we need friends.
Close behind is Jamaat-e-Islami, an Islamist party with a controversial past dating back to Bangladesh's independence war in 1971. After being banned for over a decade, Jamaat was allowed back into politics in 2025 and has rapidly rebuilt its organizational strength under leader Shafiqur Rahman. This time, Jamaat is leading a broad alliance and expanding its outreach, including fielding its first Hindu candidate to attract minority voters. Its supporters argue the party offers moral governance and discipline, while critics fear a shift towards religious conservatism. Teaming up with Jamaat is the National Citizens Party or NCP, a new force born after the 2024 student uprising that toppled Hassina. Led by 27-year-old Nahid Islam, the NCP promotes clean governance, press freedom and stronger regional diplomacy. However, its alliance with Jamaat has sparked internal splits, with some members accusing the leadership of compromising the movement's original ideals of electoral survival.
So I think we could say the issue of corruption governance is certainly there. I think there's also a kind of a culture war going on in Bangladesh. One of the blocks that are competing, the Jamaat-led bloc is comprised of quite a number of Islamist parties. These are, conservative right-wing political organizations that have a certain vision for Bangladesh. And on the other side, the BNP has a more secular outlook. So, a lot of more secular-minded people, including Awami League supporters, I think will back the BNP in the election because they're concerned about, the prospect of Jamaat-led government and what that might mean for Bangladesh's national identity, particularly around the rights of women and minorities.
Beyond these blocs, small players such as Islami Andolan Bangladesh and the Jatiyo Party are contesting independently, though neither is expected to dominate nationally. But the election isn't being shaped by politicians alone. Overseeing the transition is Yunus, the Nobel laureate heading the Caretaker government. While ensuring the vote goes ahead, Yunus is also pushing a national referendum on a new July Charter, a reform blueprint born out of last year's protests. It proposes changes to governance, anti-corruption systems and election rules, making February 12 not just a political contest, but a vote on Bangladesh's future structure. Then, there's Army Chief General Waqar-uz-Zaman, whose role is crucial in maintaining security amid lingering unrest. While the military isn't contesting power, its support for stability and for Yunus's interim government remains central to whether the election proceeds peacefully. And looming over everything is Sheikh Hasina herself. Now in exile in India and sentenced to death in absentia, Hasina has condemned the polls as illegitimate. Though her Awami League is barred, she still commands loyalty among parts of the population. Her continued influence worries the interim authorities, who have even banned her speeches inside Bangladesh.
what we saw in the previous regime or in the previous time, that the people of Bangladesh were treated politically, that which political bloc they belong to. But I want to see a change in this perspective, that the people of this country will not be treated politically for their political, the political bloc or political party affiliation. But I hope that the people of this land will be treated as a citizen. They will be given the citizen rights, the basic rights. They will be treated only as citizens, not with their political affiliation.
একটা প্রবাদ খুব করে চলছে এখন, যে মানে পুরাতন বোতলে নতুন মদ বা নতুন বোতলে পুরাতন মদ, এরকম কিছু একটা প্রবাদ আসলে চলছে। সো আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে এই যে আগের যে ট্র্যাডিশনটা, যে পলিটিক্যাল যে চাওয়া পাওয়া বা গণতান্ত্রিক অধিকার, এগুলার জন্য আন্দোলনটা করলেও আমার কাছে মনে হয় এই পর্যায়ে এসে এটা কিছু পার্টিকুলার মানুষদের জন্য ভালো হয়েছে, বাট ওভারঅল যে সর্বসাধারণ যে মানুষজন বা জনগণ, তাদের কাছে যে চাওয়া পাওয়াটা সেটা আসলে হচ্ছে না আর কি। আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে ওই আগের ধারাটাই চলছে এখনও, বরং আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে এই নতুন বাংলাদেশ আমরা যেটার কথা বলছি, সেটার অবস্থা আরও বেশি খারাপ হয়ে গিয়েছে।
So as voters head to the polls, the contest is no longer the familiar BNP versus Awami League rivalry. Instead, it is a three-way struggle between a revived BNP, a resurgent Islamist alliance led by Jamaat, and a youthful protest movement trying to convert revolution into political power, all under the watchful eye of an interim government and the military. The February election may well determine whether Bangladesh moves towards stability, reform, or a new phase of political uncertainty. With Farhan Khan, Bureau Report, India Today Global.